typically I start my morning by walking to the other end of town again just to pick up a couple of things for the store. But we're in October. I will not lie when I say overall for September my mentality has not been super great. In my journal I had about at least 3 or 4 good days, but majority were meh or bad days, and it sucks. It really sucks. And it's something which I've talked to my therapist about, and even they agreed to think that there's a possibility that I may be seeing myself on a waiting list to get myself some antidepressants or medication. That's neither here or now. I'll find out in the next couple of weeks, but right now September was September. So I'm going to stop rambling on and just say here's September. With all the jobs that I've had here in America, I know one thing for sure is that customers will always say the same thing to me. Could you just talk to me? Just talk to me. I could just sit here and listen to you all day, and you just got a beautiful accent. It made me think of just setting up a business on the side where when it's a nice decent day, I'll sit in the corner of my store with a few drinks in me, charge customers $5 just to sit down and talk to me for 10 minutes. I mean, $5 for 10 minutes, I know some people may think, oh, that sounds a bit pricey. Well, I could switch it around and say $10 for 5 minutes. Either way, I just roll in the fucking money. A little helpful advice for today to customers. If you have the intention of bad-mouthing a business about the prices for their sandwiches, you best do it out of earshot from the person who is serving you, including as well as the higher up as well. That kind of makes you more of a dick to us. I most probably am going to get hate by some of my fellow Welshmen back in Wales, but I'm going to say this now. Could the BBC Wales news team and other Welsh news teams please shut the fuck up about Gavin and Stacey? Shut the fuck up. Yes, we know that they are filming on Barry Island in Wales. Yes, we know that James Corden is there. To be honest, we don't even want fucking James Corden in Wales. Just let them do the fucking filming in peace. Let them release it on Christmas. Stop talking about it, because you are going to spoil it for people who want to watch it at Christmas. And quite frankly, I'm just sick and tired of it. Shut the fuck up. I had a mental relapse this morning and it was not great. So, to make a long story short, too late, I had my paycheck on Thursday with my boss, with my workplace. I had deposited through the mobile app, and any other paychecks I had, they went through to my account the next day, just like that, no worries. Apparently for this one, the company that was working with the bank decided to put that particular paycheck on hold. They didn't give a valid reason, they just said they thought it was suspicious activity, even though that the last 2 paychecks were the exact, somewhat same amount that I got. So today I went up to the bank, I sat down with one of the bank tellers, fantastic people, they know me, I'm a valued customer there for 9 years, and we're trying to figure this out, and even they were like, what the fuck?
got on the phone with one of the representatives and they wanted to speak with me just to get some validation and basically tell me over the phone to me, we can't take any action on this, and basically we can't take the hold off on this finance because it's suspicious activity. It's safe to say that in a situation like this and how I was feeling mentally for the last couple of days, I was not loud, I did not shout, but I was very calm and very quiet and polite, and that scares me. And I explained on the situation that I've had mentally that this is what's been happening, and to be honest, to have this happen to me, it has flared up my mental health, it has made me think of very bad things, and quite honestly, it made me relapse mentally. Safe to say that after the meeting in which they said still there's nothing that they can do, I had to call up the mental health clinic crisis line to try and get me off a very bad edge. Although what's funny is that after 2 minutes of making that call, I get a call back from the bank to say, oh yeah, they decided to take the hold off that account. Now you're all good, you have your money in your account, you're all good to go. So what you're telling me is that all it took for them to take the hold off my account is for me to tell them truthfully, it's because of this situation I have had some very bad mental health issues in which have put me in a place of most probably doing something as foolish as that. That's just fucked up. That is really fucked up if you ever think that that is the best way to go about it, or that is, you know, to get onto the winning side is to basically say, oh yeah, I have had some very bad thoughts, and some of them in which have me considering departing this fucking world. These fucking corporations, man, this really has put me in a place to think now I have no confidence with that particular company, and I'm considering taking my business elsewhere. But yeah, it was the rest of the day then I was just trying to clear my head, because that was all fucked up. That fucked me up mentally. So I'm just trying to basically take it one step at a time again.
So as I am waiting ever so slowly as YouTube lets me upload August's compilation on what's occurring, I thought I'd check out some of the comments from the previous videos. And one that sticks out is one from Podcast with One 9 days ago on my June What's Occurring compilation video, in which they stated you kind of sound like this one blonde and blue-eyed character from this game I played called Chess of Blades, to be honest. Someone replied exactly what I was thinking, I played that too, favourite was Franz, he sounds exactly like Rivian. So yes, I did voice as Rivian Varson for the Arden Games Chess of Blades all the way back many years ago. Christ, I think it was like 2017. Chess of Blades 2018. Wow, okay. So it's been a while. I remember I auditioned for the character as the butler, and it was interesting to go through and just try it out. And then I had a call from the development team of Argent Games to say, hey listen, this person had dropped out from the project and you were understudy for this character, would you be interested in playing as Rivian Varison? I was like, yeah, sure, that's perfectly fine, I'm happy to do so, I'm happy to be on board. It was only later when I told my partner, you know, this is the character I'm playing as, that they double checked and looked at me and went, hun, that's the main character. Holy shit. It didn't hit me until I got into work, and I just freaked out in a towel closet in a spa. Just taking in the fact that I got myself a lead role in an indie game and one as great as Chess of Blades. That totally is... That's totally amazing. Sometimes you have to put your foot down and ask the most honest, hard-hitting questions to people in which you have a good chance you know what the answer is going to be. So talking with an old friend of mine, which we haven't spoken to in years on end, and one thing led to another where they turned around and asked me, well, I don't know where you want to see this friendship going. You tell me. The problem is, though, with me is that I always attempt to keep a friendship going, even though they don't reply to my messages for months on end. I would send them a hi message, they would see the message, and they wouldn't bother to message me for about months and years on end. So, why should I be the one to answer that bloody question? So, I put my foot down and I said, I'm not going to answer that because I'm sick and tired of being the one being put into that position. I would rather hear it from you. Do you want to keep this friendship going? If you do, fantastic. Put in the effort and make the friendship work. If not, tell me now and I will walk away. Safe to say that they chose the second option and our friendship is now finished. So I just took them off my contact list and I blocked them because why have that in my life anymore? Why should I keep someone as a friend in which I'm always the one trying to keep the friendship going and I get ignored and my messages be seen and they don't bother to put in the effort anymore? Am I upset by this? I am, and especially after the couple of weeks of my depression, it's really just not been great. But honestly, I would rather put my foot down right now and see who is actually still my friend and who should I be cutting ties with. Because quite honestly, this is not helping my mental health. On my way now to my next therapy appointment. This one, I'm not gonna lie, is definitely needed. I think after the last month, so much has happened, and with it being fact my little track about mental health. Yeah, let's discuss this one. We'll probably looking to see if we can put me on a wait list to looking at getting possible medication. We'll talk about that in a second.
Any video games you'd like to see be adapted into anything?
I don't know that GTA came.
Okay, so my contribution to this one as I wake up and have my coffee is that it all depends really on which studios are working on the project, how they execute the video game adaptation to TV, and then it's all about the story that goes with it. Now, GTA does have some potential, possibly, to make a good either TV series or a film, but the problem is, story wise, what can they do? Because the problem is now is there are a lot of films out there already that have, you know, bank heists, murders, gangs, and all of this going on. You can slap a GTA logo onto that sort of show and call it a day. They would need to find something in which they can tell a story around, and they need something else to go with it. It's really hard to put into details because there isn't anything really that makes it stand out except for just names like Vice City, San Andreas, Los Santos, you know. That's the only thing they can go by. They need something more to make it look like, oh yes, I am watching something that is Grand Theft Auto. But again, that's just my point of view where I feel like you need to have a good story and you need to make it so it's more familiar to people and make it stand out to the other criminal films, the police films, the action-packed bank robbing films, etc. But that's my 2 cents on the matter. That, and honestly, films like Minecraft should not have been made into a film. I think we can all agree there. Okay, so Final Fantasy XIV, that's another one, that's a good story to have, but honestly, the story is already there, and to have it played out in an animated feature
would kind of spoil it for those who want to get into Final Fantasy 14. So yeah, that would be that's an interesting one there. But if you want to have something that has Final Fantasy 14 in it, a good show to watch would be Father of Light, or Daddy of Light as it's called on Netflix, which is about a player and their father connecting through Final Fantasy 14. Excellent story, lovely played out, worth watching.